Rome ruled not by Augustus, but by Caesar himself. Cleopatra by his side. Parthia conquered, the Republic erased forever. What if Julius Caesar had lived? If you're ready, let's get started. What if one of history's most famous leaders never fell on the Ides of March? What if Julius Caesar had survived the attack inside the Roman Senate? Today we explore how Rome and the world might have changed forever. The assassination that almost was. In 44 BCE, Caesar stood at the height of his power. He had defeated his rivals, enacted sweeping reforms, and held the loyalty of the army. But many senators believed his growing authority meant the end of the Republic. They feared Rome would become a monarchy in all but name. That fear drove them to conspire. On the Ides of March, they struck. But in our alternate history, let's imagine Caesar survives. The daggers fall short, the plot is foiled, and Caesar emerges, bloodied but alive. Caesar consolidates power. With the conspirators exposed, Caesar would not hesitate to act. Executions, trials, or exile, Rome's old guard would be broken. He had already been appointed dictator for life. Now, with the Senate cowed and his rivals removed, Caesar could shape Rome without resistance. But what would that Rome look like? The fate of the Republic. The Republic was already fragile. By surviving, Caesar might have pushed it beyond the point of return. His vision included land reform, debt relief, expansion of citizenship, and centralization of power. Rome would become less a republic of competing voices, and more a state guided by one man. In many ways, Caesar could have achieved what Augustus would later build, except decades earlier. Mark Antony, Octavian, and Cleopatra. Survival changes the fate of others, too. Without Caesar's death, Mark Antony would never rise as his successor. Octavian, the future Augustus, would remain in the shadows, just another ambitious youth. Cleopatra's alliance with Caesar might have deepened, giving her dynasty stronger influence in Roman politics. Imagine a Rome not ruled by Augustus, but by a partnership between Caesar and Cleopatra's Egypt. Could Rome have shifted eastward, blending Mediterranean empires under one rule? Military ambitions. Caesar's mind was always on conquest. After subduing Gaul, he planned campaigns against Parthia, Rome's great eastern rival. Victory there would have been both revenge for Crassus's defeat at Carrhae and a massive boost to Caesar's glory. If he had succeeded, Roman borders could have stretched deeper into the Middle East, perhaps even toward India. A living Caesar might have changed not only Europe, but Asia's destiny as well. Long-term consequences. A Rome led by Caesar could mean a shorter civil war era, or none at all. It might mean earlier imperial stability. Yet it could also mean harsher resistance from traditionalists, and perhaps an earlier fracture of the empire. Caesar was brilliant, but also polarizing. Would his survival create a stronger Rome, or an unstable one, torn apart by endless plots against him? The legacy of a survival. In our history, Caesar's death gave birth to Augustus and the Roman Empire as we know it. But in this alternate path, Caesar himself would have been the architect of that transformation. Rome might have been more centralized, more Eastern in focus. and perhaps more ambitious in conquest. The survival of one man could have rewritten centuries of history. So we ask again, what if Julius Caesar had lived? What do you think? Would Caesar's Rome have been stronger, or would it have collapsed under the weight of his ambition? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed exploring this alternate history, subscribe for more what-ifs from the past.